Okay, now this is a gaming laptop. First off, can we just appreciate the design aesthetic of this laptop? I mean, look, it's got this LED matrix bar down here, fully customizable RGB zones. I mean, the other gaming laptops that we looked at from MSI, if you haven't seen those, make sure you click on those links up there or links in the description down below. Those are great options, don't get me wrong. But if you want top of the top, the cream of the crop, the best of the best that they have to offer, this is by far one of those solutions. This is the Raider GE68 HX13V. It's a mouthful, but it's awesome. It's a much more robust design. It's a more, we'll call it rugged design. It does have very cool angles and everything, and kind of reminds me of a spaceship, if you will. But some of the other aspects of this is very, very compelling if you're looking for a laptop, or especially if you're looking for a gaming laptop. Right out of the gate, you do have Windows Hello with the webcam. Plus, if you ever want to have some privacy, this does have a physical shutter, so you can always make sure that you come on camera when you want to come on camera. Some of the other inputs on here, you've got a bunch of ports on the left-hand side here, including your USB Type-C Thunderbolt. You also have a SD card slot and your headphone jack. On the right-hand side, a bunch of other USB ports here, but what's really nice is they have some of the more important ports on the back side here. Design-wise, I've always liked that, where the cables and other things flow backside instead of to the left or to the right. I really do like when the gaming laptops have the ports on the back, but these include USB Type-C, USB Type-A, the Ethernet connection, and then of course your HDMI connection. Now these all have matrix display capability. So if you were to connect an external monitor, the flow between that external monitor and this would be seamless. But there's just so much more to talk about the Raider, and once again, let's hear it from the horse's mouth themselves, MSI, and more specifically, Jordan.
And I think everyone on camera should be able to see this momentarily. There are lights in the front of this computer. That is so me, because I love RGB lighting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, because my current work laptop is also
there. You go. Yeah. No, I mean, so this is like the most robust, the top of the line of the three that I have. It's one of the most powerful ones, and this is going to give you the best possible experience, not only for gaming but for productivity. Definitely video editing. I did some Adobe Premiere on here to see how it handles Premiere, as well as Adobe After Effects.
This year's Raider laptop has kind of surpassed what my imaginations were for kind of our Raider series. Our Raider series has always been our kind of more top of the line performance. You have like all the way up to an RTX like 4090. You have your i9 HX processors, which is basically the highest end Intel processor that you can get. But on top of that, it's also still giving me that gaming experience, you know, with that matrix light bar that you see. What I love about it is that it has this kind of retro vibe going on, and that kind of speaks to some of the products that we also have currently. Like our Cyborg series and like our Sword series. Like some of the stuff is like this retro kind of infused into the product itself, gives me like that kind of disco vibe, you would say.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you know, besides the RGB keyboard, that translucent light that you mentioned about like the WASD, and also the power button. It also has an RGB logo in the back, but it's still giving a lot of features that inside what it can pack in terms of performance. And I think one of the things that I'm very interested in was kind of the MSI Overboost technology. So what that kind of stands for is that you can push the GPU and the CPU to basically its maximum performance. You can push it
Okay.
to, I believe it's like about 250 watts of like total CPU and GPU wattage. So that's really something like a laptop. You don't really see that kind of performance that you would get that maybe it can compete to some of the desktop versions of these kind of products. And that really gives them value for people who want to have that mobility. But at the same time, like you mentioned earlier, like if you're doing any video editing, if you're playing any games like on the highest performance or even like with that kind of thing, you don't want it to be throttling. And
Yeah.
being able to have that kind of technology inside, plus with that Cooler Boost 5 that we mentioned about that shared pipe design as well, it kind of all just comes together in one package of saying, hey, this year's laptop, we're able to kind of bring that performance to everyone, but at the same time, you have the design choice, the design preferences for every single consumer.
Yeah, I really do feel like this particular model covers all the bases. If you're
Yeah,
interested in this or you want this can do that. This
yeah,
gives you that customization. This gives you that freedom to have a laptop, albeit built by somebody else. You can have a laptop that is very much personalized to
yeah.
your needs and to your kind of favorite settings.
I want to say, even to this day, while I'm using this for work, I still find like little quirks here and there, like specifically for the Raider. I know you haven't like look onto the bottom of the side, but on the bottom part of like the vent, it actually says the word Raider on it. It kind of reflects into
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
look
vent.
at that.
Yeah. And then
Very cool.
another cool feature that I noticed for someone who wants like upgradability and people who want to add in like more storage or they want to swap out to a bigger RAM, if you notice that some of the RAM location and SSD is actually written on the bottom of the chassis.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah, so it's perfect
Oh,
for people who want to like just pop open the lid and then they're like, oh, I know exactly where it is.
I know exactly where it is. Yeah.
A lot of our products, we noticed that a lot of people want to be able to kind of pick if they're using the integrated, I guess the integrated CPU inside or to the discrete graphics card. In MSI Center, we actually have a function, we call it the mux switch. Basically allows you to kind of toggle on and off from doing a integrated graphics into a discrete graphics. And what that kind of allows you this year and why it's so interesting is usually when it's done in previous generations, it's always been more so of you have to toggle that within BIOS. But now you're able to kind of just do an on-off switch and
No.
it just kind of restarts your laptop and you're able to kind of just do all that. And I think
that's built into MSI Center.
yeah. So that's built into MSI Center and it's offered in a selections of our products. But most of our performance laptops, even the Stealth, they all have it. Like even in the Katana, it has it too.
Great. Well, Jordan, thank you very much for your time. And this was very eye-opening. I'm glad I was able to talk to you, get a little bit more
Yeah.
insight into the MSI features like MSI Center, or more to me, one of the big things that I want to talk about was the overboost technology. And you hit on that right away. So I appreciate that. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I think for both of us, as we're all gamers, we want to make sure that we have the highest end performance that we can get. Yeah.
Oh,
But
100%.
thank you for your time as well. Really appreciate talking to you and talking about the products and also getting your kind of feedback on it too.
Jordan, thank you so much for allowing us to have that awesome conversation. I hope that for the rest of you who are watching, enjoyed that as well too. This is slowly but surely becoming like my next favorite gaming laptop. I just love the way that it looks. You gotta just put RGBs on something and then I'm just gonna like it. I know that's like a low barrier to entry for me, but just RGB it up and I'll take a look at it. And I really do like this. So if you do have any questions or comments, please leave that in the comment section down below. Links as always can be found in the description below. We're also on Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and we do live streaming on Twitch and over here on YouTube. So until the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Later.